All right, so the next question is from Drummer Chris, who
Drummer Chris.
Drummer Chris. He's actually contributed when we did like the scary movie. He's the one that did the movie Rubber, but that's mainly because he doesn't watch scary movies, so I don't think he had a good one. But he
Oh
has a
yeah.
question.
But there is violence in the movie Rubber, isn't there?
Yes, it is
Isn't
technically a
isn't the
horror
tire
film.
scary? Like
It kills you. It
elicits
just looks at
fear?
you. It shakes, and then your head blows up. I didn't act.
Yeah, I
I think I
guess.
watched the first 15 minutes of it just because you hear a movie like Rubber, and you're like, "All right, I'm curious. I want to know what's going on.
Oh
Why is
God,
there a
Chad.
killer
You
tire?"
watch Sharks of the Corn. You watch the entire Sharks of the Corn.
Or we had to do that because that was what you chose for an October Halloween movie, and it was hilariously bad. But there's a yeah, no, I mean, but Rubber was on Netflix like years ago before Tubi even existed. But anyhow, Drummer Chris asks, my
Mm-hmm.
polydactyl cat, Olive Garden, which AKA, if that's really your cat's name, love it, love it, love it, love it. But this
I
cat
love
has
it.
learned,
That is a fantastic name, and probably my second favorite name for a cat ever. And I'll digress, but I'll divulge that at the end of what my favorite cat name
all
is of
right,
all time.
divulge that at the end. All right, so, but anyhow, Olive Garden has learned how to unscrew my ceiling lights. She likes to bat them around like a punching bag. How do I stop this behavior? Soto,
Oh,
as a
so
person who's had cats in the past, uh,
yeah, I kind of look like
that
Jackson
that
Galaxy too.
uh, say what?
Do you know who Jackson Galaxy is?
No.
You should Google it sometime. But I kind of look like him. He's like the cat whisperer.
Oh,
Um,
I'll have
but
to
he's
look
got my
into this.
same
I
kind of vibe. When you see it, you'll start laughing because you'll be like, "Oh my God, this is true."
but
Um,
you're yeah. So anyhow, what would and I have answers for Chris too. But what would be a solution that you can give Chris to fix this problem? Because he's asking us.
well, um, there's just one obvious one because I'm a simple man of what I would do to stop this behavior. And my question has to be like, why is there a place for the cat to get up to there? What, there's like a wooden beam there? Is that what that is?
I think so. I'm not sure. I've never been to his place, but yes, the cat is obviously firmly standing or sitting here on something.
Because cats are naturally assholes, so getting them to stop doing something like is tough to do, especially like when you just bring a ball to a cat, like they'll just knock it off. So they're just assholes. They'll like stare at you while they do bad shit. So I would get rid of that beam first and then see if that can curb it. That's my
That's
first
funny
move.
because I had a three-part answer, and then I'm going to give you an answer that's in the comments in a second.
Hmm.
I would say first, teach your cat to box the screw the opposite direction. So your
Teach
cat's
your
actually
cat.
doing work for you and, tightening it. I know
Teach
that
your
can't be
cat.
done. Yeah, which we know cats can't be taught yet. Second, I
No,
actually
not
agree with you.
quite.
Don't have anything a cat can climb on. I'm with you. And then my third was like, tell your cat to not be a dick, which you kind of answered. But in the chat, before you continue your story about your cat's, favorite cat name, Madness
Yeah.
and my wife says we should just yeet the cat. So yeet has come full circle.
Oh
All
my
right.
God, no. That poor kitty eating the
Cat will
cat.
land on all fours. Isn't that the you're
It's
saying
true. What are
you
you gonna eat it with? Like a broom or some shit? It's not a
no, just take
fucking
your hand, just
mouse.
toss it like a grenade,
Just
just
yeet the cat.
yeet
Oh
the
my
I just
fucking God.
that's just what the chat's saying. I'm not saying that's
Okay.
our answers, but I am giving
Sure.
answers that two people have now said in the chat. But anyhow,
Yeah.
let's go full circle. You said Olive Garden was your second favorite cat's name. What's your favorite cat's name?
Well, yeah, when I first saw this question, I couldn't stop laughing because my brain at first could not understand. First of all, the sentence "my polydactyl cat Olive Garden." If you think about that phrase, like, and just think about the ridiculousness of that phrase, it will break your fucking brain. You want to talk about breaking the simulation and shit like that. That combination of words I have never seen before. I can say in my entire life. So there's one. And then so once my brain was able to wrap its mind around the Olive Garden part, I was like, okay, reminded me of a kid who I had met in New Jersey. I stayed on Long Beach Island for like a winter, and he had a cat that was named Slobodan Milosevic. Now, if anybody,
I don't know
if
why that
any,
sounds fun. I have no clue, but I'm like,
if anybody knows who Slobodan Milosevic is, he was like participated in like genocide, basically, and is one of the worst like dictators like in history. One of the worst people in the world. And when this guy told me his cat's name was Slobodan Milosevic, I pissed my pants laughing. And when I asked him why, he had said because this cat is a terrorist. And he had a cat. He fought this cat like every day. He would like walk in, and I don't know if you've ever seen the Pink Panther movies where like Clouseau would just open up the fucking closet, and all of a sudden a guy would come out, and they would start like a fucking like a martial arts like showdown out of nowhere. If you haven't, please watch the Pink Panther series. It's fucking hilarious. But they would just fight every day. And he was like, "This guy's an asshole, but I love him. This guy's an asshole," because he would like hold his cat like a baby. And for anybody that's listening, like, I'm sorry, you may want to hold a cat like a baby, but that's not how you hold a cat. Cats don't like to be cradled like that. They will absolutely claw your fucking face off if you try to do something like that. Okay, so he would fight this thing. He would love it, all that stuff. And yeah, like I to this day, and I lived there. I want to say this memory happened in 2008, 2009. But to this day, I will still find myself like making ramen and just saying Slobodan Milosevic to myself and just start giggling to myself about that memory. So, but now Olive Garden is fucking right up there because I'm sure there's a story behind that, and hopefully, Drummer Chris, one day you could tell us because that is an absolutely fantastic thing. You named your cat after a chain restaurant, like a mediocre ass Italian chain restaurant. Like you decided to name your cat a cat that has no idea what you're saying. You called it Olive Garden, and for you, I salute you, sir.
Oh, I got nothing more to add to that. Yeah. I'm
It's
sorry.
fucking great,
Just
dude.
end that question right there. But
Slobodan. Slobodan the cat, dude. And the guy's name was Milky. That was his owner. Milky had a cat named Slobodan Milosevic.
oh my God.
Hmm.
Um, well, where to go from here? No. All right. So our next
Where
question.
do you go from there? Where do you go, really,
I
honestly?
we're gonna follow it up with something, but the next question comes from Sugar Rain, someone that I played a few games with
Sugar
back in the
Rain.
past and stuff like that.
Nice.
But she wants to know, going back to kind of our gaming history, if you
Yeah.
could be a character in any game and live in that
Hmm.
world, who would you be and why?
Yeah, I was like gonna say, oh man, would totally want to be like V in Cyberpunk and have like cyberware and live in like a Neo Tokyo kind of a place. But unfortunately, I'm just gonna be. I've decided this is a new thing, but I'm probably gonna be just the guy on Power Wash Simulator, and I'm just gonna work. It's just so relaxing. And as I get older, honestly, I just like the peace and quiet of just being out on a nice, beautiful day and just spraying water on shit and disassociating for the entire day. I know, not exciting. Not like Arthur Morgan or, maybe my character in Skyrim, the Dragonborn. Nothing. Just probably Power Wash Simulator. I think I'm gonna land on that. I'm not like cool like Cloud either. 'Cause Cloud that's whatever. I don't even know how I could hold that sword, but just give me
So,
Power
so,
Wash
so,
Simulator.
so what you're saying is you would choose to live in a simulation.
Yeah, I would.
All
In a
right, that's
simulation that is nice and peace and quiet, and that I get to have agency, okay, and I get to choose what I'm doing. So, yeah, no one's bothering me. I'm just sitting out there. I'm like out in the yard. It's a beautiful day. I mean, sure, I'm wearing like this ridiculous like suit from head to toe, but yeah, I think that's what I do. I'd retire to that.
it's funny because I feel like we had this question or similar in our affiliate Q&A a few years ago. So maybe
Oh
not
God.
exactly. And I think the joke was I was like, I would just live in The Sims. Oh, I want a couch, that color couch right there. Snap my fingers, put it there. I'm like, it's simple. We're just gonna live our lives. I don't
Hmm.
because a lot of the games I play, I don't think I want to live in that world because, AKA, I'm not gonna survive.
I don't want to live
Uh,
in Bloodborne. Are you kidding me? That world sucks.
Come
You
back, get your
fucking
shit, die again.
no.
Die again and die again.
Elden Ring? Hell no. Like nothing good happens in
I
those
mean, I
games at
guess the
all.
closest, and I don't know if I would want to live in that world, but just at a time, if I had to pick one,
Hmm.
more of an adventure sense, and maybe a younger Chad, but like a Nathan Drake, because I always found a lot of the kind of like Indiana Jones, just seeing those sites and stuff like that would be kind of cool, and
Hmm.
just searching for the artifacts, different things. I remember I went on my honeymoon, and we were at a I forget what it was called, but we were just at a museum, and I'm just, they show everything, and I'm like, there was something from like 1 AD, and I'm just like, that's from the year one, and I had to touch it, and like I was just impressed by it that so much. I'm like, I gotta touch this. Then there's a sign that says don't touch, but if I had to pick and not do a cop out answer, part of it would be Nathan Drake just for the job's sake. I don't want people shooting guns at me. I don't want all the creepy shit to happen. That stuff come in the world, but the exploring, finding the artifacts, exploring areas, I think that would just be kind of cool. Yes, older chat's just like, nope, put me in the Sims, build me a pool in the back easily. I'll go swimming. Just make sure
Oh,
there's a
sounds
ladder
nice.
there.
Yeah.
That's my cheap ass answer because I'm like, I just like to play it safe. I just want to live a nice little life. So, but yeah, if I had to pick an actual game, that I played, like I said, I would pick Nathan Drake and the Uncharted series. And he lives, so at least so far, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, those would be kind of my answers right
I
there.
want to be Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl or where the fuck that is on
I was like, do I want to be a
NES.
football player in a Madden game? I'm like, they make millions of
It's like
dollars. I
I'm
could.
Michael Jordan on 2K20. It's like, oh my God. I mean, yeah, that sounds like fun. Sure, I'd do
I
it.
would love to be a Michael Jordan. Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Before we go to the next question, I'm going to do, because I saw this, my wife would want to be a DVD killer. Yeah, so my wife wants to
A
kill people.
DVD killer?
Dead by Daylight. She wants to be a killer.
Oh, DVD. Okay, I thought
I'm
it was a
sorry, Dead
DVD
by
killer.
Daylight. She,
I
yeah.
was like, what did DVDs ever do to you? They're a
What?
lost media. Like they didn't hurt nobody.
You go around killing these innocent people who are just trying to fix the generator so you can see, and you're like, nope, I'm going to kill these bitches. But yeah,
I
she
want to
kind of
inspire
mentioned it.
fear in others as they try to do mini games.
They're just trying to live. Damn it. Oh
Yeah,
my.
exactly, exactly. But what about the killer's feelings, right? The killer is also got to do what it's got to do.